a podcast created by two guys brought together by movement, transformed into brotherhood. The boys share their authenticity as they deep dive into what it means to explore this human experience. Shedding light on personal trials and accumulated wisdom, Conscious Collingwood is meant to provoke thought and insight to expand your personal awareness. Come along for the journey as Justin and Jeff exemplify what it means to be a man living wholeheartedly, balancing the divine, masculine, and feminine. Welcome to Conscious Collingwood.
All right.
How's it been?
We're alive.
How's it been getting back into the trades, Jeffrey?
Oh,
Being a part of the GBSC build.
tiring.
Yeah.
Well, I feel like I'm burning the candle at both ends.
Yeah.
I look like, my eyes look like two piss holes in a snowbank. Get fucking blindfolding with dental floss. It's no, you know what? In all honesty, though, my brother's been very appreciative, which is actually probably more meaningful than the work. You know, he's estimated I've saved him a lot of time, so it's been nice to be able to use my skill set where I can and help him out. But it's getting there. You know what it's like to be on projects, and it's just like the finishing details. They just never end.
Never end.
They never end. I mean, there's still unfinished stuff around this place that I never truly got to.
Yeah.
You know, to some degree. So yeah, but they're getting there, and I can't probably say too much about launch dates and stuff. But I think they've made a decision what they're going to do, and
Cool.
they feel comfortable about. So yeah, but it's exciting. It looks really good in there, and I think it's going to be quite a hot spot. I think it's going to be quite the spot. You know, and like anything in Collingwood, anything new gets a lot of attention.
Yeah.
Whether it's a coffee shop or a cookie shop, a donut shop. It'd be nice if we had more maybe wellness shops, but
Who knows?
Yeah.
Maybe in the future, Jeff.
Yeah.
But that's cool. I love what they've done to our town.
Yeah. It's gonna be a cool vibe. I really think so.
And the thing about those final touches, you're the only one that's ever gonna know.
That's right.
Yep. Not many people look up.
No. Even in life in general.
That's good.
You like that?
Uh-huh.
I got Jade laughing this morning. Why is this camera freaking me out here? Yeah, that bugger said it's not charging. I'll let it go here for a little bit. What else was I going to say there? It also reminds me that maybe this is a metaphor for life too, I don't know, but I don't care how many letters professionally you have beside your name.
Mm-hmm.
Some of these people have no fucking idea what they're doing. Like the lack of critical thinking, use of common sense, practical experience, it doesn't exist. And you're like some of the stuff that he's had to deal with when it comes to red tape and, you know, all the things that comes with working with a municipality, it's insane. Like the fire rating stuff he's dealing with,
Oh yeah.
you just want to rip your eyes out and go, can you please make this make sense? But it's all about liability, and nobody wants to sign off on something in case it ever comes back on them. But like they're worried about, you know, if you've got double layered 5/8 sheets of drywall and you've got a 1/4 inch crack. I'm exaggerating here, making up a story, but it's like if you got like a 1/4 inch crack that didn't get filled properly, or whatever, someone catches it, it's like,
Oh yeah.
there's no shot the fire's going to get through there.
Story of my life.
And if it does get through there, the fucking place is burnt down by then. Because it's nowhere near the kitchen, and it's nowhere near where a fire would start.
Yeah.
Unless someone had a bonfire at the front door.
Yeah.
You're like, come on. You know?
Dude, you're actually bringing up a trauma for me.
Yes!
The double 5/8 fire rated
Oh,
walls. Yeah. Oh my god, against corrugated ceiling or roof? Oh my god. Yeah. I peeled that out of my memory.
No wonder your shoulders are so strong. Like, having to lift that over your head, 5/8 ain't light.
That's what I realized. I actually, so the development of my back, I have a very big back comparatively to general public. And Paul says that you can identify breathing pattern disruption by the longissimus muscles. So the two big muscles, they look like fucking beams on me that run down either side of my spine. They will, if there's an imbalance between the intrinsic stabilizers, the tonic muscle system, and then the prime movers, which would be the phasic muscle system, which would be the longissimus, you get these big muscles that look like, because my breathing wasn't pretty much creating stability in my spine, so my big muscles had to. So me lifting 5/8 drywall for 13, 16 years, because I don't really count my apprenticeship, but yeah, it gave me this huge back. But I realized that's why I had back pain.
And I'm sure the asthma and anxiety stuff around the breathing was probably a part of that.
It was
too,
the
right?
breathing
That
pattern
was
disruption.
Yeah.
Wow. So.
Because I think we talked about this before.
Pretty cool.
About I think we talked about breathing on the podcast specifically like this. But yeah, if you're in a vulnerable position, if you're on a ladder, you're doing something that's stressful, you forget to breathe to some degree. So I'm just saying, with you being in different positions, that's going to compromise your breathing. Plus, your breathing was already compromised. It's like, yeah, you were probably never breathing.
All right. But I figured it out.
Surprised you're still alive, Justin.
Yeah, there's a lot of people with asthma that don't. They accept their fate.
Yeah. I know Ella thinks that she has asthma, and I don't know if it is or not. She'll have a puffer. She'll have it once in a while. I don't think I'm outing her speaking
The
out of
blue
turn.
one?
I think so. But I think I used to have it as a kid too. I think it's just exhaustion. It's just like sports-induced asthma in the sense that I'm just out of breath because I'm working hard.
Yeah.
But in my mind, I don't understand that, you know.
You'll be fine if you just
Yeah.
chill for a second.
Yeah. So.
That's been me wrestling with the anxiety of fitness. As I get to the point where I'm running the mountain, I'm so breathless, it feels like an asthma attack. But I just keep going.
Yeah.
Because I have to remind myself that this is my physiology. There's nothing wrong.
Yeah, Daddy's safe.
Yeah. Hey, oh, big dog. It's okay.
Yeah.
It's okay, Daddy. I'm referring to myself as Daddy.
Well, that looks good.
It's charging?
It doesn't say it is, but the battery's not going down, so anyway, dude, we'll just keep rolling. Get the audio. I got another battery if need be. We'll cut this up if I have to.
Chippity chop chop. You know what's got me excited?
Tell me.
Well, one of our Airbnbs got canceled in Costa Rica because we were going to Ari and Dan's wedding. And it reminded me, hey, we're going to Costa Rica. This is good. Rebooked it. All good. But it's going to be nice to get out of the snow and the cold. It's been dark.
Yeah.
It's been dreary.
Yeah, it was, we had fall and then winter.
Fall.
There's not really a segue.
Hardcore winter. And now we're getting the in-between.
That's right.
It's wet. It's gross.
Yeah.
The sun's not shining much.
No.
Regardless, winter's kind of nice, but the lack of sun.
Jay needs that vitamin D.
I need that D.
Yeah.
Daddy needs the D, and he's not getting any anywhere. So, I'm feeling it. I'm just not as happy. When I don't get the D, I'm not really happy. Like, I'm struggling. I'm looking for other ways for happiness, and it would be quickly fixed by a little bit of D. You know? But life's going to slow down a little bit. We're going to go to Costa Rica in February. I'm going to get D every day. And yeah, it's going to feel really good, I bet. Yeah.
I know it is.
I'll wait. I'll wait for the D.
Are you Are you guys going for an extended stay?
The 15th to the March 1st. 2
Oh,
weeks.
okay.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Not a month or anything.
No.
I don't know why I heard that, but that's nice.
Mm-hmm. I don't
Yeah.
go on vacation much,
No.
but when I do.
I think what impresses me is those the primitive boys, how they've got their lives set up. You know, these young, energetic little bastards, and they're over there in Guatemala, and they're, you know, setting up this looks like a camp of some sort, and they're teaching kids, and they're doing their own things, facilitating their own students, and people coming in for retreats. And I actually saw them the other day, and yeah, I didn't dwell on it too much, but there's probably a sliver of me that was a little envious. I was like, oh, these motherfuckers.
Figured it out.
Yeah.
It's beautiful.
Yeah.
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 Yeah, it's good for them.
Mm-hmm.
They're killing it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I have a family and stuff, so it's hard for me to do.
Who?
Huh?
You have a family?
Yeah.
Ah, your wife and your kids.
Yep.
God, I forget about those.
Yeah. It's
Just kidding.
I
I adore your family. Would you trade it?
No, I actually feel like, yeah, I don't know, watching the girls go through some just adolescence and getting older, and like I feel like Ella and I are getting closer through volleyball, and you know the stuff she's gone through and whatever else, and so when she opens up to me and has a conversation, like there's a lot of gratitude, and it's like, oh, it's working. What I'm doing is working, right? So, yeah. Not that it brings me to tears, but if I dwell on it too much, it can well me up.
Oh, dude, I can only imagine.
Yeah. Because again, it's one of the toughest things as a parent is to watch your kid go through tough time and know that they need to go through that to experience growth. You know, and at the same time, not give them all your wisdom and advice because they need to sort it out themselves. You can't snap them out of the pain. If you do that, you're devoiding them of that opportunity to grow, right? So, yeah, restricting advice and that sort of stuff. Not that it's not given, but you just kind of coaching them along.
Yeah.
Just like teach them how to ride a bike. This is a tool of how to navigate the situation.
Yeah.
This is how to read that person next time. Read the situation.
Yep.
You know?
Wow. I was so lucky to have my stepdad in those times. Between 12 and 18, got a lot of knowledge.
Mm-hmm.
It was really good. I
Yeah.
had to figure it out on my own. I had to fly the house and make it for myself.
Yeah. Yeah, I look back, I was actually reflecting on this and wondering as a teenager how much my parents might have tried to share info with me and I was stubborn. Because I know for a fact there's times where like I was coming home from a hockey game or something with my dad, or even a golf tournament, and he would be trying to share advice, and I would tune it out.
Yeah.
And what I've learned with Ella is that she has that same mechanism in her. So, but Terry and I've recognized that she just needs time to process her own stuff, and then she'll come around. So, you know, no slight on my father, but I think that he just didn't read the situation. Like, I needed time to cool down, and maybe if it was a vent or I just needed to sit in my shit for a little bit, and then I would be open to receive. So I took it as being critical.
Yeah.
Right? And
I'm still in the heat of it.
yeah, and who knows how it was delivered. I can't remember exactly, but knowing that at times he could be a critical person, coming from a place of love, but it wasn't received, right? And so I look back going, fuck, I kind of wish I had been mature enough to take it in, you know? Because no doubt there would have been good information there.
Yeah.
But the fact I can't remember vividly means yeah. Trauma response. I'm shutting this down.
Yeah, you're out of your window of tolerance.
Love that.
But you were off the high of the game, you know?
Yeah.
And potentially, you just maybe wanted to simmer in the completion.
Yeah.
I After I'm done, I don't like to receive feedback.
Well, and dude, I was so
I
hard
just
on.
tried so hard.
Yeah, like I expected so much out of myself, and I mean I still do, but as a young athlete and stuff, especially golfing, whatever else, like I expected a lot out of myself, and so the last thing I need to hear after a disappointing round or however things go is to hear that, oh, you made this mental mistake on this hole or this and that, right? Even though of course I know now it's coming from a good place, fucking really wasn't productive in that moment.
Well, a teenager, it's the time of rebellion and individuation. So that's prime time to not listen.
But dude, I'll tell you, like, it is trippy having the girls, and I think most people that meet them understand that Ella's a lot like me and looks like me. Yeah. George is a lot like Terry and looks like Terry, and like Ella's competitiveness, and I think a lot of that stuff it can be developed, but it's also, I think, just innate, that competitive bone. And I remember like playing hockey and getting into the car, and I would just be ripping because some other kid might got more ice time who wasn't as good as me or whatever, and I'd be bitching and complaining and whining and being a victim and all this sort of stuff, but just like vicious because I'm just so competitive and I want to win and play.
Yeah. Fuck you, Tommy.
Yeah. I was gonna say no. His actual name was that.
Yo,
yeah,
call him out.
Yeah,
we're still angry.
Yeah, but but watching that same Gene and Ella, it's like epigenetics exists. Like it's almost uncanny. It's just like holy shit. Like that is a part of me that's in her.
Yeah.
It's crazy, and she's a very competitive person and dealing with a little bit of that on her team right now in the position she's playing, and just interesting to witness the similarities between her and I.
Dude.
And the beautiful thing is that I have this enough awareness that I can support her and almost go back into my younger self, like what did I need in that situation? And yes, I'm observing her more, and okay, what does she need? And that's where I'm sharing at the start there, where, I'm giving her enough space, and when she's ready, she'll come to me, and if she needs me and needs my help, right? So that's good, beautiful.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
It makes me nervous to think of me as a child, and then think of my child. But completely different circumstances.
Yeah.
I just realized if it's an offspring of me, it needs a lot of love, compassion, and just stuff I wasn't, like I was getting it, but I was also getting, the yin and yang of life. Yeah. Great yin, a lot of yang. It's very hard to comprehend.
One of the great, I'm going to brag about myself for a second here, but one of the great, don't look at me like that.
No, it's great.
But one of the I was like probably 8 years old, and one of the best trophies I ever got.
It's as tall as you?
Yeah, pretty much. But my hockey coach, Glenn Stewart, his son was on the team, Jeremy, as well, and so they were like themed awards. So each player got an award kind of specific to their character and their
Sounds
their
like
personality and stuff.
Medal, if you ask me, Jeff.
No, it wasn't. So the award I got was called the Don't Get Me Mad Award, because I would come off the ice bitching and complaining because I got tripped or slashed and the ref didn't call a penalty, and I just come off huffing and puffing. And where that comes from as an 8-year-old, I have no idea. But just this, this vigor, this mentality,
probably the double Aries.
And I can feel it right now. He'd grab me by the shoulders, and which now you can't even touch a player and put your hand on there.
Whoa.
Hey Johnny, it's gonna be okay. He's like, no.
Yeah.
So anyway, but no, he would grab me by the shoulders. He'd get right beside my head, and he'd go, "Don't get mad. Get them back on the scoreboard."
There we go.
Every time.
Here we go.
Virtually, I would go out there and score a goal the next shift.
There we go.
Yeah, and so that's why he called it the "Don't Get Me Mad" award, because he would give me that little, all right, go use this, go use this fuel, and he would almost 100% of the time go back out and score a goal.
It's beautiful.
Yeah. So It's actually one of my I still have it. I keep it in my desk. It's probably one of the most cherished things I have.
Really?
It's a reminder to me.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, it's a gift.
That's beautiful.
All those years ago.
Man, I never got a trophy. I was really good at track, and I got a lot of first place medals or ribbons, but it's fast as fuck.
Yeah.
Very fast. But then as soon as I stopped growing, high school, they just flew by me, man. The
Longer
legs.
legs. Yeah.
Fuck. No matter how fast I whip these damn things back and forth, couldn't keep up.
Oh. Yeah, that's cool. But, ribbon's the same thing.
No, it's
we're
not.
okay.
It's not as tall as you, and it's not gold.
No.
It's just, it loses its...
I got some extras if you want. I got extra trophies.
Yeah?
Yeah.
That'd be kind of cool.
I'll give you one.
For Christmas or something, that'd be fun. Heal that part of my childhood.
Yeah.
Maybe you can play, you could be my dad
Mm.
in this scenario. Here, son. So proud of you.
That's right.
Wow.
I'll come up with a theme award for you, Justin.
Thanks. That'd be great.
Yeah. Oh, mercy. Well.
So how are you balancing with burning candle at both ends? Because the truth is, like, you may think that you're not, but potentially you're doing what you can.
Doing what I can
I'm
with what I
interested,
have.
like, what does that actually look like in practical application when life gets hard? There's a lot to do.
It's I think it's just being fully in my masculine and just being that structure and container for the house and those around me that need my support, and there's just no choice. And it goes back to that to my work ethic and that drive of just like there's no opportunity here to be the victim, and there's no woe is me. It's put your big boy pants on and deal with all this shit. And I was just joking with a friend of mine there. It's just like, checking in with each other. And like, I feel like I'm playing the role of Tony Robbins right now. It's just that energy of being up, motivational speaker, helping support people with my words. And so it's really, I was actually thinking about this yesterday. I don't know if I've been in a tougher time right now. Like I know business-wise, I've put myself in some positions, and there's been other challenging times in our past, but I don't know. There just seems like there's a lot of fires right now, and I think it's a testament to doing the work and having the tools in my toolbox to navigate it all, and being able to surrender and have gratitude. In an immense amount of perspective, and be able to zoom out from 30,000 feet almost at all times of the day, just to be able to navigate it all. So I actually am very blessed that I can feel like I have the coherency to navigate it all. But I'm getting tired. I'm getting a little tired. So I got to make sure that, it sounds stupid, dude, but it's just go back to the basics. Are you hydrating enough? Are you eating clean enough? Are you cutting corners there? Are you getting enough sleep? Do you need the self-care? What does that look like? Maybe it's not working in the office till 9 p.m. Maybe it's just shutting it down and going to chill, So yeah, and I think that's why it's so important to have that foundation, so that when shit goes astray, it's like you can look at the simple tasks like, well, where are those at? Because if I'm able to take care of them, then it's setting me up for success, right? Where if I am, not taking care of those things, well, then I'm more fatigued. My emotions are out of balance. My chemicals are out of balance, and then I'm going to be reacting as opposed to being proactive, and then I'm not supporting anybody because I'm not supporting myself.
Yeah. Wow.
So
beautifully said.
Fuck yeah, I might have to clip that one up.
Hey, you're in your healthy masculine in a stressful time.
Yeah.
You're not losing your cool. You're staying straight as an arrow and being the container.
Yeah.
That's what we talk about in men's group.
Yeah.
You got 3 fishes in your bowl. We talk about the masculine is they're holding a fish bowl, and then the women are the water in the fish bowl. So when you're navigating the challenges of life, imagine walking upstairs or downstairs with a fish bowl. It would be shaking all over the place, and you can't lose any of that water.
Mm-hmm.
You got 3 fish in there, 2 little babies.
Yeah.
Good for you.
Yeah. Well, thanks for asking. But just like the winter time here and the darker days, the storm will pass, and the sun will come back out, and just keep going.
Yeah. Well, the golf club is a little bit of sunshine in the winter,
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a good point.
Mm-hmm.
Travel to some beautiful destinations, play some golf courses you'd never ever get to play.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Travel the world.
Yeah.
My brother sent me a picture. He was golfing in Pakistan
Oh, really?
last year. And I was like, and I just texted him back, what the fuck's going on here? You didn't tell anybody you were going to Pakistan.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Let alone golfing in Pakistan.
Yeah.
Interesting. Yeah, dude, like when was the movement experience? What weekend was that? Or week?
July?
No. Sorry, the movement teacher training. My apologies.
Oh.
It's November something?
Yep. November 4 to 8.
I consciously have not worked out since then. I did 5 push-ups the other day to see if I could still do
It's like
them.
going on a binge.
I did 5 pull-ups the other day at a volleyball court gym.
Nice.
And when I was doing the push-ups, I was like, I've lost. Like, I'm gonna be in trouble when I get back into doing it. Like, I feel like I'm gonna have to start over.
Yeah. Well,
But I don't like. People might
your
say.
priorities shift.
People might say, oh, yeah. I can say that I don't have time, and someone might say, oh, you can fucking make time. Yeah, well, no. No, not really. Because I don't need to tax the system. And it's also a practice in giving myself some space and grace because, so say I've worked all day with my brother and then I got to drive out volleyball, which is a 6-hour job in itself. Do I need to be doing squats in the parking lot or doing stuff like that? My body already feels taxed. Why overload it?
Yeah.
And I'm already working physical. I'm climbing up and down ladders. I'm getting steps in. I'm moving stuff. Like I'm moving my body. So it's not like I'm just, sitting down and doing nothing all day. So I'm having the wherewithal to go, okay, we don't need to have this grind mentality. Mm-hmm. Again, because if I'm, eating well and I'm hydrating and stuff, that is going to take care of most of that stuff anyway.
Is it ever?
In my opinion, at least.
No, hydrating. Technically, what you want to do is some mobilizations and some stretching.
Yeah.
Roll out on a foam roller while you're watching TV, relaxing with the family. A little bit of stretching, but nothing crazy. You got a lot of yang.
Yeah.
Just gotta balance it with that yin, that yin, mommy.
Yeah. Yeah, and I think that's where I've improved too, because I would in the past be beating myself up that I'm not, working out or finding the time to do that, and it's like, who gives a fuck? Like no, like you said, the working out is the softer stuff.
It's called working in.
Working in.
Yep. Yin accumulates energy. So working in builds energy. Working out takes away energy. You don't have any more energy to take away. So how do we build that energy?
It's a great point because it's like my body. I can actually feel it. It's like it doesn't want to do any physical working out like consciously, but it wants to feel stretched. Yeah. It's like I can feel my groin and my hamstrings. Like I want to be stretched.
Yeah.
Like it's telling me.
Yeah.
So.
Tight groin.
Yeah.
Root chakra.
No,
I'm just kidding. Well, no, it's true, and probably not, because you're just fucking climbing a ladder.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, mercy. I feel like I'm talking a lot, Jay.
Oh, when I texted you this morning, You said, I'm just going to sit there. I thought, I'm going to ask him some questions. And,
the lid popped off.
yeah. Well, there's some great lessons in your life right now. I think a lot of men and women could totally resonate with having a lot on the fucking go with children and work and relationship and how to balance it all and how to stay in the inspiring masculine and not the masculine that loses control and connection.
Yeah.
And becomes reactive.
Yeah. And the crazy thing is, I mean, I shared my story in generality there, but it's also feeling like there's a lot of people going through shit. It feels like the whole world right now, but like it's just a dumpster fire.
Yeah.
So there's just people around us dealing with a lot of heavy stuff too. You're like, holy shit.
Heavy time.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. I feel it. I feel the heaviness. I've been going through some transformations of my own. Just lack of clarity. And
isn't it the grossest?
it's tough.
It's tough.
Because, I think there were parts of me that had expectations of like, well, you've been doing the work for a while. You should just know where you're going.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, I don't know. There's opportunity, and I was waiting for an astounding soul vibrating yes. I finally got it too. I was literally driving. I was like, whoa. Jess was like, what? I was like, just finally got the yes I was waiting for. Just had to be. I just was dreaming in my mind, driving along, and it. Same one when I met Ariana, which I haven't had since. So it's pretty cool.
That's a good point though, dude. I know, yeah.
And I was sitting in it. I was annoyed. I was frustrated because I was sitting in it for a long, weeks.
Yeah.
It felt like
that position of like indecision and lack of clarity. It can be very painful.
it is.
And especially if you're someone who's driven and wants to move forward and wants answers, and but when the answer comes, it's just a.
Yeah, it was nice.
Yeah. Well, that's fun.
Yeah, so that's honestly, my life has been shaving my head because losing my hair was something that scared me a little bit. Just in the sense that, I've always liked to look presentable. Even in grade 3, I've been doing my hair, putting gel in it, styling it, trying to look cool, shit. And I had to let that go. I don't have to. It wasn't terrible, but it was enough for me to all right, if I'm so scared of it, let's face it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and possibly, I feel you're in this position of changing and stuff. It's like, well, let's clean the slate. Let's change here. And
yeah, I shaved all the hair off my body so that I'd look like a human baby, an adult baby. No, I'm just kidding.
Oh man, I know my brother dealt with that too. He was thinning and whatever else, and he got to the point where he was just like, fuck it, let's face the fear.
He's a handsome guy though, with the bald head.
Yeah, he pulls it off. Yeah.
Yeah, I was actually told I look handsome with my bald head too.
That's beautiful.
Yeah, that was very healing to hear.
My girls make fun of me.
Yeah?
Because of my hairline.
Rude.
I came home one night after a haircut or something, and I was like, "Where did you get that haircut?" I said, "Pardon?" He goes, "Did you get that haircut at McDonald's?"
Hey.
And I says, "Pardon?" And she goes, "Yeah." And then she takes her finger and it makes this outline of an M. because I have this kind of this M hairline, and
yeah.
it fucking hurt my heart. But
I don't want to. Kids are savage, man.
I would never imagine saying that to my parents. Ever.
That's loving. That's a loving relationship. You're friends.
And then last night we were texting about something, and she chirped me about my hairline again. What did she say?
Damn, bro.
Yeah, it was like, okay. And so I've learned to accept it, and I'm okay with it.
You ever chirp her back?
No, she's a fucking 15-year-old girl. I can be really rude. I
just say, wait till you're 30. You got my genetics, You're gonna lose your hair, girl.
Yeah, this is what. So I said her. We were talking about her. I said there's a gorilla emoji, and then she sends an orangutan back. She goes, "Since when were you an emoji?" And she goes, "Oh, look, your hair is one too."
That's funny.
Send you this M.
Kids are funny, man.
Oh, mercy.
Teenagers.
Yeah, that is the fun thing about those two. They're pretty witty. And I dare say George is quicker. Like, George's wit is like, hoo.
You and Terry are pretty witty.
Yeah.
No surprise there.
Yeah. One of my most fun things to do, and I share this with Terry often when I get her going, but like, when I can make her belly laugh, like when I can make her, like, piss her pants, it's probably one of the best feelings in the world. I'm sure you're the same way with Jess. Dude. Yeah.
It's the same way with anybody.
Yeah, but for some reason it's her because we spend so much time together. She knows me. I think you got to be your material has to be that much better.
It's got to be fucking sharp.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know.
And so when I can get her going, it's just like, yeah, I still got it.
Stuff I know. I love that. That's great. Yeah.
Oh, it's the little things, Jay. You can't buy that. Well, no amount of money can buy that.
No. It's happiness. I think there's something about laughter that's very healing. I think that's why I always tried to make people laugh. I was the class clown.
Mm-hmm.
Sure, life was too heavy.
Yeah, and it's not always about getting attention, being the class clown. It's because you know probably inherently that it's medicine. As a kid, you're like, this feels good.
Yeah, this feels good. I'm going to follow this.
And kids are laughing. Yeah, it's not always about being a jerk or something.
I was talking to a woman that was a principal before retiring. And I told her, I was like, I was on a first name basis with all my principals. And she said, oh, I love the bad boys. And I was like, yeah, that was me.
First name basis.
Oh, yeah. Oh, my God. When I got shipped off to, like in grade 4, I got touched with cheese, and then they shipped me off to the school with the allergy school, where I was in a classroom with 6 people that were very allergic, and I was not that sensitive. So it was very jarring for me, because it was half an hour away. I had to take a short bus to school, so it was very jarring to my system. Like, fuck me, am I this different? Yeah, let it out, Jeff. And
like a little window licker, you.
Fuck, dude. I was very contemplative. That's when I started getting quiet. Because I was wild. Like jumping out of the window, running home. Just wild. And then that happened. I spent 5 and 6 in this, grade 5 and 6 in this school. And I remember going to the principal's for the first time in grade 6. And she was like, wow, this is very uncommon behavior for you, Jay. And I was like, yeah, didn't used to be. But then 7 and 8, when I got back to my friends, it was all back to the same old story. Making people laugh. I'm having a good time. I wasn't there for the education.
No. No, the education system can be a little jarring. You can dim your light.
What does 2025 look like for you?
Wow, we're just going to shift gears.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
It's been on my mind.
Yeah, I saw a post the other day, and it made me start thinking about, 2025 is around the corner. In the moment right now, it's kind of doing what I'm doing. It's like just surviving. Just part of me wonders if, I mean, everything's a manifestation, but I actually got deep about it. I'm like, I wonder if any of this is my doing. Like, am I attracting, call it negativity or a lot of heaviness? Like maybe if I change my mindset a little bit, potentially, this is maybe hypothetical, but bring a little bit of lightness into my life. So I'm gonna maybe focus on that. Not that I'm not now, but it's like just be a little more conscious of it, I suppose. But I am. What's that?
I think you're probably not attracting it. As humans, we always, we're going to be faced with challenge.
Mm-hmm.
But I would say that you're probably having to navigate some heaviness so that you have the experience of navigating it to support others in the future.
Yeah, I know. Like right now, again, I'm so busy with my brother Curtis, and then just other stuff that I'm waiting for the reprieve. And dude, when I'm enjoying working with him and everything. Don't get me wrong, but it's a lot of time, and I'm gonna get that time back. It's gonna feel like I'm on a goddamn holiday.
Yeah.
So then I can, continue to focus on the golf club a little bit more specifically, and then all the things I want to do. But I am, I've said this probably for a little while now on the podcast, but like the coaching stuff is, I'm going to, challenge myself to start posting more and creating art and sharing, meaning like whatever wants to come through me, just fucking let it go.
Yeah.
And I'm going to do that intentionally, and I'm going to do it from a place of love, and I'm going to do it, just put an effort into it, and use social media for the good that it can hold, and just see where it goes, because I'm tired of thinking about it. I'm tired of people telling me about it, and
he's tired of mental masturbation and not.
But it also feels like the time. It feels like yeah, it's just the build up inside.
For so long,
that's right.
Let me out! Yeah, let's go!
But it's
you need to impregnate.
Yeah.
More life.
Yeah.
Your art.
Yeah. But
I want you to. Never mind. I'm not going to say it.
No, just rein it in. Yeah. But no, I'm interested to see what happens, and I feel like the timing's right, because it feels like it's before I was tiptoeing around it, and it just for whatever reason just didn't feel right. But now it's just okay. I'm gonna try and really do it. So I'm looking forward to that, and
he's ready to finally bust some knowledge all over.
That's
Instagram.
Right. Yeah, and participating in the movement teacher training. I think I need to pick that up and see where it'll go. And really proud of Paul. Like he, not to jump off topic there, but. Seeing him on the class schedule now, and I know he's done some community teaches and stuff, like that's beautiful to see.
Yeah.
It's motivating, it's inspiring.
Yep.
Yep.
It's wild.
Yeah.
It's beautiful.
Mm-hmm. So good on you.
Yeah.
You fostered a student and a teacher.
Yeah, honestly, I was pretty hands off with that, but he is, he's really. He is willing to say yes and just try.
Mm-hmm.
Just go.
Yeah.
It's awesome. Oh my God. Because when we go away.
Oh yeah. There's going to be a couple voids that need to be filled.
Well, and when someone, he's very talented, really good at what he does, and thinks outside the box, like, so.
Yeah, his dynamic movement stuff is crazy, and.
He's a nice guy.
Yeah.
Very similar to me.
Yeah. Very sweet.
Very nice. He's not going to say as many dirty jokes as me, probably.
No.
Probably none.
Maybe if he gets really comfortable, maybe. I don't know.
Yeah,
He's a pretty polite guy, but...
Yeah.
That's great. But it was amazing, and not to get off topic, so I want to ask you the question, too. Hear your reflections, Justin. But the amount of, natural teachers that were in that group.
Yeah.
There's some really natural folks in there that... When they got on the mic and were holding the space, it was like, whoa. Mm-hmm. I feel like you've been doing this for a little while.
I know. Yeah, through that training, we realized the most important piece was the practice on the mic. Just get on the mic. That's where, yeah, the nerves come up.
Mm-hmm.
Like the education's important, but your ability to lead is if you're inspired, you're gonna follow, and like the principles, the education, and you're gonna want more of it. It's the comfortability to teach, and then the inspiration's already there, so you'll figure it out.
Well, and it's doing that in a safe space with the instructors, you and Ari, and then the class who's all in it for the same reasons. And so you got that vulnerability, and then if you're immersed in it, you're getting that feedback, because it's one thing to community teach, but it's probably hard for you to give feedback in real time, right? Where if you're, practicing in this setting, then you're going to be able to get that feedback and get fast improvement. And to see where many of us were on the Monday compared to the Friday was like night and day.
Night and day. It was super cool.
Yeah. So what's on your mind for
2025?
And it is fucked to think that it's already December. What is it, the 10th today? Like, yeah, it's crazy how fast this month is going by.
Yeah, I got some big dreams percolating, but I'm diving really deep back into the Czech practitioner stuff, because my interests lie in supporting people in human health and the connection of their physical body and reducing, bringing them back into alignment to help support their physical body into the best state of feeling that they've ever felt. So, I'm diving back into education and practical. I learn by doing. Mm-hmm. So, I've been doing a lot of assessments with people, and I'm actually doing a little bit of massage to see how I can release tension patterns and support their posture during the assessment, and then lead obviously there's the corrective exercise program, which involves stretching and exercise to bring back into alignment. But there's some things we can do. So I want to get I'm working on getting better with my hands, just feeling bodies. And Ari and I are planning movement teacher training, a movement experience retreat again, a one-day movement experience training, movement experience, and something else. But we're ready to...
Well, plus the festival's coming up too.
Oh yeah, and we have a festival. It's happening. So there's a lot going on. Yeah, we're growing, we're expanding, we're dreaming. But I'm still I haven't fully got clarity around some things, but those things are definitely very clear in my mind.
So would you say you're getting back into one-on-one stuff?
I'm getting back into one-on-ones. What I realized I didn't like is I don't want to have to... I want people to really take action and participate in their healing. And when I don't see the self-participation, that's when I start losing interest in supporting the client. Because I don't like feeling like I'm here to just take care of somebody. If somebody came in and said, I need you to take my pain away, I wouldn't work with them.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we're averse if they were to say, I want to take my pain away, or I want
to figure this out.
Yeah.
So that I don't have to deal with this anymore. That's the person I want to work with. Yeah.
Beautiful.
And I've created a structure. I've been working on a business plan. Well, I've done this for quite some time, but just to facilitate that process instead of the dependency.
Gotcha.
Which I'm really, really excited about, because doing assessments, man, I'm loving it. I'm feeling really, really good about it, and the human body's amazing. So, yeah, I'm having so much fun. Like, like getting that physical touch in during the assessments. I'm excited to just become a very skilled practitioner, physical and human health.
I mean, obviously, I've become a fan of Paul Chek, and you're a disciple of him, and to think that there could be more like him in the world, with the Justin Hyde twist and
the modernization of it.
Yeah.
Because he's an older guy. He's only 64, 63. So his interpretation is his interpretation, and I believe that I can put a really cool spin on it.
Yeah.
Well, not taking away,
Yep.
Honoring.
And I think you share with me too, like he's got some other, there's other Czech practitioners that have, blown up and done really well, creating their own brand around the foundations that he preaches, right?
Yeah.
So again, you're able to do the same thing with your experience and wisdom and utilize his teachings.
Yeah, exactly. So, super excited.
Yeah, that sounds fun. That sounds pretty clear.
Yeah, it's very clear. It's what the clarity around that I was confused is, where do I offer it? Because I gave up my room at Everlove for the expansion of our community spaces, and bringing my stuff in and out of that front room. It's a lot.
Yeah.
So, but
well, and doesn't
opportunity on the horizon.
You need to feel like you have a space too, because
I need an office.
If you're not feeling comfortable and grounded in yourself, with whether it's a picture on the wall, a painting you've done, or whatever the hell it's going to make you feel comfortable, then you're volatile as well, and you're not.
I'm not in the zone.
Yeah.
I'm not in my center. And what I realized, when you're working with a human, and you actually have your hands on, it's emptying yourself to truly put yourself in their shoes and connect to what their body's telling you to get the best results. So.
Cool.
Yeah, I'd love to strip you down and get you on the table, bud. Let's see what's going wrong. I'm just kidding.
Yeah. Fix me, Justin. I need fixed.
It's okay, Daddy. Mommy's here. Well, it's pretty cool. Like putting someone on a plumb line. You got a little experience of it, but imagine an hour and a half of really just diving into it.
Yeah. Maybe I should book a consultation with you, Justin.
Yeah.
You know something too that's also been ailing me is I jacked my shoulder up in that fucking Spartan race.
Did you?
Yeah.
Still bothering you?
Yeah. I've been rolling it out with a lacrosse ball on the wall and stretching and whatever else, but even it gets into some positions and it's better than it was, but yeah, gosh darn it.
Really?
But yeah, I can get tender, yeah.
Huh.
Because I separated the shoulder, right?
Yeah.
I separated the shoulder playing hockey about 7 or 8 years ago. And so I was in this position, like right there, I can feel it right in here right now, sharp.
Yeah.
And in that rotation, I was getting up on one of the boxes or whatever, and I just put too much weight on it.
Huh.
And it was never in a position to pop out or anything, but I just jacked the muscles up in here and just ligaments and tendons and stuff, and just like, just
So
crunchy in here and
bothersome.
everything. And yeah. So.
Well, Jeff, you always have me. I'm here.
Yeah.
We're friends.
Yeah.
Always down to help.
Yeah.
So that's the plan. 2025. It's gonna be a big year. Probably the biggest yet. Like every other year. More into knowing who I am. I really want to work on making this podcast.
Let's blow this motherfucker
I want to
up.
have fucking guests on.
Yeah.
Interesting people. New studio.
Yeah.
Bigger couch.
Fuck the couch. Sorry, that was
That's guys. But yeah, I hear you.
I'm not taking your dirty stained couch, Justin. It's actually
So Jess has a couch that's pretty much a bed. And if anybody that listens to this podcast wants a couch,
Is it
that
free? Is it free?
huge,
Is it free now? Or are you still looking for an offer?
If you reach out to me, I'll give it to you for free. This thing is so big, but so comfortable.
Yeah.
It's one of those cloud couches. Like we at the house, we all have cloud couches, and they're so comfortable, and that's why she doesn't want to let it go.
Mm.
It's like, what if we? Well, what? Why don't we just keep it until we move out in years?
You can buy another one by then.
Holy fuck, I know. But we've tried to give it away, and then people come back. It's too big. It won't even fit in the door. So it's funny. So we're just navigating that.
That's funny. You can't even give it away.
Can't even give this fucking thing.
It's meant to be yours. Where is it right now then?
Oh, it's tarped up. It's tarped up. Real
Outside?
good. Yeah.
Oh, the mice are using it.
Probably.
Yeah.
Okay, there's no mice. I just want to...
You know what you could do is get a Sawzall, cut it in 3 pieces, and take it to the local landfill.
You know what? I lived in this house in Kitchener, and it was a house that we had we had 3 levels, and the stairs were fucking tight. You couldn't get a couch up there. So what I did was I took my circular saw the day we moved in, and I just cut the bottom of it, because I was like, this is like a spine. So I'm going to cut the bracing that's making this spine so stiff.
Yeah.
And I'm just going to bend it like an accordion. And it worked.
Oh, beautiful. Yeah, it's nuts.
Yeah. So maybe that's what we should have done.
Yeah. Oh my god, that was a fun day trying to get that done to your apartment.
Dude, fucking put a hole in my wall.
You build a house around the goddamn thing.
Holy, yeah. That's what it felt like. So.
Do you have any like with the race stuff? Like I did 2 triathlons. You did 1. The Spartan race. Like, do you have any of those on your calendar? Things you're looking to do, compete in, or
1
play in?
triathlon, 2 Spartans. I'd love to do some trail running. I'll do the Spartan again. I want to do the Summit 700 or whatever. But other than that, physical feats, no, nothing crazy. I've proved a lot to myself.
Yeah.
And it's fun and all. It's just, I think I'm going to adopt a more casual sense of fitness so that I can focus my energy on the other things that I want to accomplish, so business-wise.
Yeah. Yeah, I like that. I feel like I want to play more this year. Like, well, literally, like I didn't play much golf, and I felt a lot of pressure with the triathlon. Like I was busy with stuff, and it was just like, you know, I would go for a bike ride or a run or try and swim as opposed to go golfing or something, and it just didn't feel right. It was just like,
Yeah.
you know, I have this golf membership, and when I play golf at this matter, it's a spiritual experience. Like it is just, it's time away. The property is so beautiful. It's time with nature, and I think, you know, these folks that do the triathlons, they're a bit of a different breed, but they have a lot of dedication and discipline, and then to do those things properly, you got to invest almost everything into it.
Yeah.
If you do it half-assed, you can get injured. You're not as effective. And if you're someone who's competitive like myself, you're kind of going through the motions.
Yeah.
And thankfully, I live a lifestyle where I could jump in and get through it. But I just don't want to get through it if I'm going to do it, right?
Yeah.
So I like what you're saying there. Some more trail running and just things like that.
I just want to be an everyday athlete.
Yeah.
You know, I started doing Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu with Dan Thursday mornings because my physicality, like, I've always been someone that likes violence, in a sense, controlled violence. Like, I don't want to hurt people, but I love using my physicality in the way of a warrior, I guess I would put it. So, subtle brag, but they called me a freak athlete, and that made me feel really, really good. But I've been, I've studied and watched UFC. Not that that fucking says anything about knowing how to do something.
No.
Because let me be honest, they're having their way with me, but when I'm, grappling with Dan, who hasn't watched jiu-jitsu as much as I have, I'm able to kind of like play with things because I have the space, because he's not as, obviously, the guys that run the class and that have been going, they all just have their way with me and can see where I'm going and all that kind of stuff. But when I have the space, I'm like, ooh, I can really kind of play with this, and I realize, ooh, okay, because I always learn by watching and then doing. Mm-hmm. But then also I realized I need to start kicking and punching more.
Oh, why is that?
I love it.
Oh.
It's something I really, in the next evolution of Everlove, we'll have boxing bags, and we'll do like a hit. No, it's not maybe hit, but it's conditioning. With a little bit of boxing, a little bit of kicking. Whap! When you can really whip your leg. And one thing I loved about Muay Thai is I'm creating the distance. Because as soon as I kick you in the thigh, you're debilitated. Mm-hmm. And that, I think, is phenomenal. It's a phenomenal use of yourself. And it's not so much, I think there's a little bit of calming in when you know your capabilities of defending yourself or protecting yourself and your family. It brings a calming to your nervous system.
Yeah, that's a good point.
And so when I'm kicking a bag or punching or elbowing or kneeing something, I don't know. There's a warrior inside me that's always liked to fight. I never want to hurt people, but I like to fight. Something about me.
That's interesting. Good for you.
Yeah. You know what? I think you got to take me golfing. I'll bring a little microdose. Have a little fun. Talk about a spiritual experience, and then I'll take you. We'll hit the pads. Yeah. Well, that's embarrassing. No, I'm sure you'd be great.
Probably not. I've never been hit in the face, so.
Never.
No, I've never been punched in the face or anything. I think you're right, though. I think it's a skill that most men should know how to defend themselves and stuff, because, I know I'll admit, like, I've been in situations where things get physical and stuff, and I don't have really anything, no wherewithal of what I would do other than just fucking start throwing, but, so I potentially would shy away or whatever, or just, I'm not going to embrace it, because I don't have a skill set.
Yeah.
And yeah. It's not great.
Yeah, I think for me, when I think about it, and it's not like I'm ever looking for trouble, but say that there is trouble, and I got children, or there's children around, or women, not that they can't defend themselves, but I think it's important that God help us if hopefully this never happens, but I can protect people.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. That's what guns are for, though, too.
Yeah, but I'd rather be the gun.
Yeah. Ooh.
Yeah. These hands are legal weapons.
Yeah.
No.
That sounds like a loaded 2025. It's awesome.
Yeah. The thing is, we were trying to dream into what 2025 looked like yesterday, and I had nothing because then I got clarity. You got to sit in it.
Yes.
I sat in it for like 6 weeks, it felt like.
Oh.
What the fuck am I going to do? Like, I knew what I wanted to do, it wasn't clear. There were a bunch of pieces. It's like a puzzle.
Yeah.
A ton of pieces not fitting together. So, what you gonna do?
Wait till the right puzzle piece comes along.
And then they all fit together.
Yeah.
Don't rush it. Be patient.
Oh, man.
Men's group. Final
Yep.
one.
Final one on the
of
break.
2024.
Wonder what Daniel has up his sleeve for today.
Yeah, well, I know. No, I don't know everything, but I do know that he's going to tell us all about Dreamline 1, 2, and 3.
Dreamline 1, 2, and 3?
Yeah. So Dreamline 1 is what's happening right now. Dreamline 3 is the potential dream. Everything manifest. Dreamline 2 is the bridge between them. So it's the process of getting to Dreamline 3. But the most important part of the bridge is that there's a grieving process of letting go of Dreamline 1. What's happening right now. Because if we don't change, the men's groups, Dan's the only leader. They don't grow because he can't make this his full-time job. So things have to change, but there has to be an acknowledgement and a grieving of this so that we can cross the bridge to Dreamline 3 in the future. So what has to happen in Dreamline 2 for that grieving and that process to grow into Dreamline 3?
Cool.
Does that make sense?
Yeah. Where does this structure come from? Where was this adopted from?
Their coach.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Back to the importance of a coach, You got to separate yourself. Actually, I wanted to talk to you about this, but I listened to this podcast with called Modern Wisdom.
Yep.
And this guy he had on, older man, who is works with horses. He's a country guy, old school guy, and I really, really resonated with his message. I've always resonated with an old school guy.
Agreed. Yeah.
Because I just don't fit it. Like I don't jive with modern opinions. Let's say around never mind. I don't even know what to say. But it's just an older school perspective of a man in a modern world. And it's not like, obviously everybody has some good things and some things that I'm like, nah, I could go without that. But I like to it. I really appreciate this perspective. And his perspective around being a man and his perspective around therapy was very interesting. It wasn't that he was saying that men don't, and this is the one thing that I really resonated with, because I don't go to therapy because I like to grapple. I can usually grapple with the challenges of my life and then come to empathetic and compassionate respect and love for all parties involved is potentially what you want to heal any trauma. Gabor Mate says you have to have empathy and compassion for everybody involved. I can do that pretty well, and so I don't think personally as a man I need therapy for all the problems in my life. And I'll own that. So I really appreciate that perspective.
So was there something specific you wanted to bring up with me, or you're just sharing that this podcast was...
Dude, I think...
revolutionary?
Did I send it to you?
You did, yeah.
Cool. It was great.
I'll listen to it on one of my...
long drives to
Car
Barrie.
rides to Markham.
Oh, yeah.
I'm
I'm going to Barrie.
What's that? Oh, yeah, for soccer or whatever.
Just practicing.
Yeah. I think maybe what you were touching on, and maybe this is the perspective he'll share, maybe it's not, but it's a message that I want to speak about more, and I feel like hard work has been demonized in this modern world, and it takes, yes, you can have your dreams and ambitions, but you have to, pair that with action. And this whole idea of like woo-woo manifestation, and people that talk about that and use the word manifestation a lot in my mind, they don't want to do the fucking work, the physical work it takes.
Come to me.
I want to attract, I want the car, I want the house, I want the boyfriend, the girlfriend, whatever. It's like, you gotta do the work. It just gets demonized, in my opinion. Hard work. When I look at someone like Zach Bush, who is changing this planet with his message, and Paul Chek's another one, but Zach Bush, using him as a specific example, that guy is all over the place, speaking and touring, educating himself, running labs, all the things that he does so passionately. That takes a lot of goddamn hard work.
Mm-hmm.
So, we're in an era now where, yes, we have tools and machines and that can, do a lot of physical labor for us, but there's other areas where our physicality can be utilized. Whether that's on a stage speaking and preaching and sharing the good news or the good word, or even the trades. Like there's still God bless, all the different trades out there that, make our world go round, and so that we can drive on the roads and flush the toilets and turn the lights on, and I think people take that shit for granted.
Yeah.
It's necessary. Who's building the robots? The fucking engineers and the trades, and who's building the cineplexes where we're going to watch a great movie?
Used to be me.
Used to be Justin, and so I just think that stuff needs to be celebrated more. It needs to be remembered, and I think that if people could have more gratitude for these things we take for granted, we wouldn't be in such a dumpster fire. We wouldn't be, because our life has become so convenient and so efficient that now it allows space to bitch and complain about other stuff.
Yeah, you
so
got
where's the gratitude?
Yeah.
I
actually thought the other day I was grateful for the government.
What?
Well, the truth is, I think about, I was just doing the recycling, and I was like, and I was thinking about Africa, and I was just like, fuck, they have to figure out where all this garbage goes. And no wonder it's everywhere. I haven't been, but I've seen videos and all that kind of stuff. And I was just so grateful for the garbage.
Dude, sanitation is a huge thing that we all take for granted.
Yeah. And I sat in that deep gratitude.
Yes.
Because it's not often that I'm grateful for the government, but, they take a lot of money each year, my hard-earned money, and it's for the convenience of my life. The roads, the electricity, the water, garbage, access to healthcare, all that kind of stuff, food. And it has allowed other people to, follow their passions and dreams and gain support from those people. And yeah, so I just sat in that gratitude, which, hey, sometimes it's rare to be grateful for the government. Yeah. But to find that time to actually, not be so resentful.
Mm-hmm. I agree 100%. You imagine if everybody had that little bit of perspective every day. There wouldn't be as much yelling and screaming and bullshit.
Yeah.
And if the politicians could have that same viewpoint and that same level of gratitude, they wouldn't be carrying on the way they are, in the grand theater that is fucking Canadian politics. But
holy Christ. Yep.
But like anything, the pendulum will swing and come back to center, and it'll swing too far one other way, and then it'll come back to center.
Just the other way.
Yeah, just back and forth. So the ebbs and flows.
Beautiful.
And it's for us, Justin, to manage our own pendulum and find our center and not swing too far out of balance.
Yeah. Many pendulums on pendulums. That is life. Hold on.
Oh, great. Well, it's great to be back in the hot seat with you and converse, share.
It's great. We went all over the place, but that's fine.
Yeah. Is this
There's a lot to talk about.
Is this our last podcast until 2025?
Why would it be?
No, we'll be back next week.
Yeah.
Thank you for being with us. We love recording these podcasts. If you know anyone who would resonate with today's episode, we would be grateful if you would share it with them. If you have any questions or comments, do not be shy and reach out. We would love to connect with you. Until next time, be well, love yourself, and live consciously.